body and mind, beyond itself. See, this is so exciting. Concentrate on that. Don't pollute your mind. And that is why the Upanishad says that your intellect has to become spotless. Then, yatha swapne. But it also gives you the other levels. What does it say? Yatha swapne. In a dream. Tatha pitriloke. So, yeah, okay. You will not have a very clear intellect. You will not have very clear thing. Then what will happen? You have an understanding like you have in dream. In dream, what happens? Everything is happening, but somehow nothing is happening. All kind of foggy vision in dream. No? Dream has got no time, space, nothing. No, everything, is beyond the law of time and space. Suddenly you are sitting here and suddenly 2 years is already passed away. So, that happens in dream. But again, dream, everything is foggy. Nothing is distinct. That is why there is a term called vivid dream. So when you think things are very distinct, then you say, I had a vivid dream. But actually there is nothing called vivid dream, because dream is a dream. It is all very foggy. When does that come? When you go to the world of mains, Pitruloka. What is Pitruloka? You see, there is a belief that when people die, they go to this loka, and then you have to do this Shraddha, this obsequies, OBSEQUIES, that is the word, obsequies. I don't know how they pronounce it properly anyway. So that ceremony, Shraddha ceremony, you do. And then what you call, you start calling ka, that crow will come and crow will eat. I don't know the connection, but somehow crows, no, in our ashrama, crows are very friendly because they have understood these people are useless, they will not do anything to us. So this fellow will come. Evening 5:30 we take tea or something. So this fellow will come. 2-3 people are there. They will come. People means crows, no? In Kolkata is the international crow capital. Krokata. So these 2-3 people will come and sit and say something, they will make sound. No, not ka. That means don't eat yourself, give me something. And you know what, if we feed, they come and take it from our hands. They have no fear, nothing. They know that these people are not going to do anything to us. So this crows, you have to say ka and they will come and they will take. The belief is that there is a world of ancestors, mains, Pitriloka, where people stay. So what does that mean? That means that you could not get rid of the sense of enjoyment. You could not get rid of the sense of doership. So, whatever work you do in this world, you have to enjoy the fruits of this world. And as I said in the Bhagavad Gita, Shine Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti. So, after the merit is over, again you will have to come here. So, if you are not clear, if you continue polluting your mind, if you are not serious about disciplining your mind and purifying your mind, then what will happen? You will have to again come back to this world. That is what is being told in a different language. And yatha apsu pari iva dadrishe tatha gandharva loke. And when you see your image in a dream, it is foggy. But when you see your image in water, apsu, in water, how does it appear? It appears as though even the boundary is not clear. Even the silhouette is not clear. Because water, there is some movement in water, ripples, etc. So your boundary also is not clear. You are like always in the water, you are becoming fat, thin, like that. So this will what happen if Gandharva Loke, you are in the world of Gandharvas. Why is it told? Here again there is an imagery. What are Gandharvas? Who are Gandharvas? Who are Gandharvas? So they are like divine artists. They always sing. They always, like if you can tell, they are the French people of heaven. Joking. Why? Because there is something called Gandharva Vivaha. What does that mean? A person likes another person and that's all, finished. That is Vivaha. So it is different world altogether. People dance, people sing, people are in mirth, enjoyment constantly. So if you always are immersed in enjoyment, so-called enjoyment, what will happen? Even your outline will not be visible. You forget about understanding your personality. You will not know whether Neeraj is now fat or thin. Like those mirrors they keep in museums, no? You suddenly become clown and suddenly become Laurel and Hardy, etc. will be happening to Neeraj. So that is why I say, first one is very clear. If your mind is purified, you will know who you are. Then, if your mind is not that purified, you know that I am doing this, then maybe you are doing bad actions also, good actions also. Then what will happen? Then you will have a foggy idea of who you are. You will be not very clear, foggy. But if you are always immersed in enjoyment, always enjoyment, tantra, discotheque, so many things. If you are enjoying this, tantra means not the tantra philosophy. There is a disco called tantra. So if you are just enjoying all this party, shakti, etc., then what will happen? You will not even understand, you will not even have a faint idea, as they say, of whom you are. You will lose yourself. Not figuratively, but truly you will lose yourself. You will lose idea of who you really are. And that is why the Upanishad says that only in one loka, Brahma Loke, the vision is very clear. So here it is a pun on the word Brahma. Brahma Loke means this is a world where a person goes. If a person has done spiritual practices, either the person will become Jivan Mukta, realize one's own self in this very world, or the person will go to Brahma Loka and from there become liberated, which is called Krama Mukti. It also is a pun on the word Brahma, because if you understand Brahman, Brahma Loke means if you understand Brahman, that is also another meaning you can arrive, then the vision is very clear. You will clearly know who you are. Chaya atapayo iva. Just like in the case of shade and light. So shade and light, you know what is shade and what is light. It is very clear to you. There is no confusion. Similarly, if you know Brahman, you will know. And that is, you have to understand that. How you will understand? By purifying your mind. How you can purify your mind? By constantly practicing. What will you practice? Meditation. For meditation, what you should do? First, you should become selfless. For becoming selfless, what you should do? Sadhana. What are sadhana chatushtaya? Viveka, discernment, vairagya, dispassion. Then Shama, Adi, Shatka Sampatti. 6 qualities like Shama. What are they? Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Samadhana, equanimity. Shraddha, not faith. Shraddha means faith in oneself and also in the words of the scriptures and also Guru. Then Mumukshutva. That is the fourth this thing. But in this Samadhana, Titiksha. Titiksha means what? Forbearance. You don't practice anything, just practice 2 things. Truthfulness and forbearance. Other things all will come. Other things are all part of the package. Only 2 things. What? Truthfulness and forbearance. What? If you just practice truthfulness without forbearance, then you may become very rash. You may become very aggressive. But both of this you should practice. What is truthfulness? What you see, what you know to be true, what you understand to be true, follow that. So you have read somewhere, you have seen something, you have heard something, you understand that to be true, follow that. That is truthfulness. And you should follow it in word, deed and action. You tell one thing, do one thing, think one thing, will not do. Word, thought and action. Mana, Vak, Kaya. And what is Titiksha? Forbearance. What kind of forbearance? Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Chinta vilapa rahitam sa titiksha nigadyate viveka chudamani. Shankaracharya says, Forbearing means what? You have to suffer. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam. Whatever pain or suffering is there, you just bear with that. Apratikara purvakam, without reacting. And also without thinking about it. And also without lamenting on that. Chinta vilaparahitam sa titiksha nigadyate, that is what is called titiksha. So these two things. But what is Shama? Shama is restraint of external senses. Dhamma is restraint of internal senses. You restrained. So yes, you have to have some kind of restraint. Why? Because that is why you are a human being. That is the whole point. Just because I have a... So you see, there are so many senior people here. Generally seniors tell, particularly in this age, to young people, oh, in our time, we did not do this, we did not do that, etc. But with due respect, in those times, there was no option. 40 years back, what alternatives did you have? Today, if a young person is abstaining from something, that is much more commendable than a person who abstained 40 years back. Because today there are so many options. Easily everything is available, no? But still a person does not want to smoke. You see, it's really astounding. We see only bad things, no? But good things are also there. There are a group of youngsters, growing number of youngsters who are abstaining from smoking. Interesting. They say it's an health hazard. We don't want to smoke. Now it is very easy to smoke. 40 years back, if some students smoked, people used to look down upon that person. But today, there is peer pressure to smoke. And in that condition, if somebody abstains from smoking, it's a great thing.
That is over now.
Huh?
Smoking phase is over.
No, that you may say phase is over. It is not actually over.
Amongst the youth, smoking is
Not
popular amongst the students also.
No, that is not popular, but in pockets only. It is not over. If you don't believe me, just go to College Street sometime. Everyone has got a cigarette. Like practically everyone.
When we were young, it was very
Yeah. It is not, it is just growing. It has not completely over. That is not a fact, because I have actually seen it, direct evidence. It is, huh? Yeah. No, it is being perceived by youngsters. That's what I am telling. An increasing number of people are abstaining from smoking, but not everyone. And we have not come to the wonderful position. But of course, there is other way. It is also being substituted by so many other things like cough syrup, etc. That is increasing. People are going and purchasing bottles of cough syrup by the dozen. So whatever, the point is, now you have alternatives and still people are abstaining. This is a wonderful thing. So, it is not a greatness to abstain when you don't have something. It is greatness only to abstain when you have something in front of you. So just because something is available to you, if you start enjoying, then what is the difference between you and a brute? So that is why in the question of this all woman oppression thing, just because somebody is wearing something like that, and you are going to attack or assault, how does it make a human being a human being? So that is absolute nonsense. That thing should not even be talked about. Are you able to understand this? And this, once I was talking about this in a place, and there were at least 3-4 women. They were almost, I thought they became so agitated they were going to come and beat me. They said, Swamiji, how can you tell these things? Our daughter should wear properly. I said, what do you mean even by that? What do you even mean? What do you even mean by that? So this kind of thing. So you see, enjoyment, Shama, Dhamma, restraint. Restraint is something which we need to have. And only restraint produces what? Energy. Only when you restrain things, energy is produced. Is it not? Always. You restrain in wind, energy is produced. You restrain what is that? Water, energy is produced. Whenever you restrain things, energy is produced. You restrain your mind and energy is produced. Lot of mental energy. All this concentration thing about concentration. I am not getting concentration. The sincere answer, or the correct answer for this is because there is lack of physical discipline, because there is lack of discipline at the physical level. And what is that physical discipline? That I am not just the body. So today a person does not become conscious. Before that itself, a person is indulging in physical enjoyments. Swami Vivekananda said brahmacharya. Brahmacharya does not mean don't marry. Brahmacharya does not mean don't get into a relationship. No. It means that you are not the body. You are not just the body. So always thinking of the body. No, you have to put your personality much higher than the body. And because you don't do that, that is why you are not able to concentrate. You may have a wonderful brain, but after some time it also doesn't work. Because you don't have brahmacharya. You don't have physical control. You don't have physical restraint. You are like a car without any brake. Out of control. So this Shama Dhamma, if we have, then we can purify our mind. And that is what is being told. How do we understand Brahman? How do we understand this true reality? That is what is being told in the next mantra. What is the mantra? Indriyanam Prithak Bhavam Udayaha Astamayau Chayat Prithak Utpadyamananam Prithak Utpadyamananam Matva Dhiro Na Shochati. This is a very important mantra. What does it say? We are all saying that the mind is matter, etc. How do you know that? Because it changes. It is not permanent. Why? Because it changes. How? We see changes in our moods. We see changes in the states of mind. Sometimes you are angry, sometimes you are happy, sometimes you have interest, sometimes you are disinterested. So mind is changing. So whatever changes cannot be permanent. But with this knowledge, what do? We do nothing. We just know this and we keep quiet. We keep quiet. So how many of you have seen Matrix? Shame, no? Okay. In Matrix, there is one scene when this Neo goes to meet the oracle for the first time. What is the scene, Neeraj? Anybody who can tell me the scene? First time Neo goes to meet the... Huh?
There are multiple doors in the door. Depending on door, this deity changes.
No. Oracle. The Neo goes to meet that oracle, that old lady. No, okay. It's strictly for Matrixians. Anybody who has seen Matrix can tell me. Okay, this hero, this Neo, he goes to meet the oracle. Okay, and she is an oracle, so she can predict the future. So the moment he enters, she says that don't bother about the vase. There is a flower vase. So he said, don't bother about the flower vase. She says that. So, but he just comes and before even he gets in, she says that. Do you remember the scene? And he goes and hits the flower vase and it drops. Okay, so then he says, don't bother about it. She says, don't bother. So he feels very bad about it. So she says, I told you don't bother about that. Okay. Holy Mother's life, you see, something was dropped, some glass or something. And Holy Mother says that these things will be destroyed like this only. They don't get illness and die. So these things will destroy like that only. That is the consciousness. So you see, like a computer is there and it goes kaput, means it goes away. So what? Computer will go like that only. Computer will not say, I have fallen ill. Doctor will come and say that. No, it will not happen like that. So computers go like that. the mobile phone is lost or it falls down and nothing works. That is how these things will come to an end. But do we apply this knowledge? No. Just see a person losing the mobile phone. Probably it will be one of the causes of schizophrenia in years to come. People become mad. I've lost my mobile phone. What has happened? Oh, that's all. Everything is gone. Life has gone. Stopped. What happens to people who have their computer is crashed? They also have crashed. Particularly nerds. Everything is gone. Their entertainment, their academics, their every life is gone because the computer is gone. So that will not do. Knowing full well that this is matter, how do we behave? We don't even behave. So what is the point? I am depressed. You are not depressed. Your mind is depressed. I am angry. You are not angry. Your mind is angry. Indriyanam prithak bhavam. So you understand that the senses are separate. That you should understand. Prithak. It is all prithak. It is separate than the what? Self, your true personality. Also, prithak utpadyamananam. They are also separate and their birth is also separate. They have got no connection with your true personality. So they are separate. They come into being also separate, they will die separate. How? Just like you see Udaya Astamana. You see the sun rising and you see the sun setting. What do you make of that? People who do Surya Namaskara may do Surya Namaskara. People, very few people nowadays get up at sunrise and go to bed at sunset. That never happens actually. So if some people are still alive, they do that. But otherwise, doesn't make any sense. Unless you are into meteorological department or astronomical department. Otherwise, it has got no meaning to you. Sun rises, sun sets. Even in those departments, it is something separate than the person. Sun rising does not mean that your life has started. Sun setting does not mean that your life has ended. Similarly, we think that mind is, or at least people who believe in religion, they think, at least people who believe in Sanatana Dharma think that mind is separate from the Atman. But in practice what we do? We don't follow that. So if you really think, then you are upset. You are not upset. Your mind is upset. You are sad. You are not sad. Your mind is sad. And how will that be? Mind will be sad because that is the nature of mind. It will be sad now. It will become. So it is okay to be sad because you are not sad. Mind is sad. A car is there, it is not working, it is okay for the car not to work. So the moment you start practicing every day, every moment of your life like this, you will see suddenly a lot of clarity in your life. Because that is how you will also behave with the other people. That is the point. You should behave with other people also like that. Not only that your mind is sad, the other person's mind is also sad. So not only dissociating your personality from your mind or moods, but also dissociating other person from their personality or their mind or moods. So somebody scolded you, immediately you think, this person does not like me, this person has got a ill feeling for me. No, that was the mood of that person. And it happens in real life like that. Somebody comes and scolds you very much and then the next moment, hello, how are you? This is what happens. In real life, that is what happens. So why people, that is like a stress buster. You see, whom does a person scold more? With whom does a person get into quarrels? With a person whom he or she loves most. This is ironical. You love a person most and you get into quarrel, scold everything that person most. But it is very ironical. Why do you do that? You love that person, but that is how it is. That is how the world works. Unexplainable, inexplicable. So, if you can dissociate somebody's behavior with that person, if you can think everyone to be Atman, then you will understand, okay, Neeraj is now not listening to me, but Neeraj is a good person because he is the Atman. So, like that, you can always dissociate your moods and your temporary mental phenomena from the true personality everyone has, and that is the Atman. That is why it says Indriyanam Prithak Bhavam means Prithak Bhavam, Indriyanam of the senses, like the ear, etc. Ear means not only ear but also hearing. Prithak Upadyamananam, that are separately produced. How are they produced? The ear is produced from Akasha. Akasha is this space, because space is the place where sound is produced. So from there, then fire produces ice, etc. These are the philosophical things. Then Matva, knowing this through discernment, through analysis, you know this. Prithak Bhavam, you know that they are different from the self, which is pure, Shuddha, and which is absolute and consciousness alone. Sat Chit Ananda, and then you know that Udaya Astamayo. Then not only sun setting and rising, creation, dissolution. Ice age, next ice age. So this you know, from ice age to ice age, whatever happens is all separate. It has got nothing to do with the Atman. If you know that, and also waking and sleeping states. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. 3 states. You are separate or independent from these 3 states of consciousness. You are waking, you are separate. Self is separate from this. In dream state, you are separate from this. So always you are separate from these states. Also you are separate from the 5 sheaths. That is Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. You are separate from that, and you are Atman. One who knows this, Dhiraha, the intelligent person who knows this, na shochate, na shochati, does not grieve, does not suffer, does not have any shoka. Nat shokam tarati atmavit. Shokam tarati atmavit, Chandogya Upanishad. A person who has understood the Atman, known the Atman, goes beyond shoka. So this is what is there till now in the Upanishad, and next we will see in the next week. Any questions? First we will do the Shanti mantra. We will do Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Yes. No, if somebody is having siddhi, it's not like that. If somebody is stuck up in siddhis, siddhis are powers you acquire while you do mental, means austerities. So if you get stuck up there, if you think that I have got something and you start reveling in that, you start getting enjoyment because of that. Suppose somebody can know what is happening somewhere else. And you feel that it's a great thing, and you start doing a thing. No, you put a big name board and say that I can find out, etc. So that will create problem. Then you will not be able to progress, because this is material and you get yourself stuck up in a material plane.
It is possible to have siddhi in Brahma.
It's very simple. No. If you get stuck up in this, then you will not get knowledge of Brahman. While doing such practices, you may get these as byproduct, but then you have to ignore that. If you don't ignore, you will not get the knowledge of Brahman. So you cannot use the siddhi and also get knowledge of Brahman. You cannot have the cake and eat it too.
Thinking about siddhi means you are not going in the right path.
Yes.
No, it is.
That is why if you read Sri Ramakrishna's,
But there are many sages like Vashishta, Vishwavidya, and even Ramakrishna. They are having siddhis,